Bill McIntosh teaches AI non-stop. Success is his game, marketing's his fame. McIntosh, the marketing ace, follow his lead to the winning place. With AI become a spin, join him now, learn to win. Learn his way, don't delay. If you do, you'll make your fortune today.
Hey, welcome to the show. Of course, I'm Bill McIntosh, and I am your host for today's broadcast. And this is all about how you build, grow, scale, and make lots of profit using powerful new technology, powerful new strategies in terms of entrepreneurship, business growing, marketing, things like AI, and our very own platform, who's the unofficial sponsor of today's show. Or maybe it's the official one. I don't know. It's my company, but they sponsor the show, and that is pushbutton.ai. And so we're all things marketing, growth, scaling, and ultimately profit. And today we'll be talking about a couple of powerful things. We're going to chat a little bit about hustle culture. Do you know what that is? Also, we're going to be revisiting the topic of Facebook groups because of some new features in Facebook. Facebook groups should get a lot of attention from you because there's some powerful brand new tactics that no one has ever been able to do before, but you've got to have a Facebook group to do it. So I'm going to talk a little bit about setting up a Facebook group, how you do it, how you monetize it, and a little more about that. And of course, I'm going to take your questions as well from the audience. So if you have anything that I can do to help you with your business journey, so whether you haven't yet started your first business, or maybe you've got a business and you're trying to use digital marketing and online strategies to grow it, so I can help you in either way. And so we'll be doing live interaction and questions from the audience as well. And by the way, we're broadcasting live on YouTube. We also might be on Twitter today. I mean, we'll see. We tried some new technology. I don't know if we're broadcasting on Twitter or not. I'll take a look in a minute. But particularly if you're on YouTube, I wanted to ask you to subscribe to my channel today. So if you are not yet a subscriber, I see lots of familiar faces. So many of you probably already are, but we're closing in on 5,000 subscribers. So as you might know, this channel is pretty young. It's a fairly new channel, and we've been growing it as aggressively as we can. And we're closing in on 5,000 subscribers. And when we hit it, I'm going to throw a party. So help me out, get us to 5,000 subscribers. At the time of this, we got a little more than a couple hundred to go. But when we hit 5,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a live broadcast, and we're going to give away some prizes, including some cash and a gadget. At least 2 people will win something. We're going to give away some cash and a gadget. That'll be my promise. So I'm not sure yet what it's going to be. We could do either a MacBook. We could do a new digital watch, maybe one of those new Aura rings. I really want one of those. So maybe if I buy you one of them, the universe will get me one too. So we'll see. But we're going to do that when we hit 5,000 subscribers on the channel. So we're closing in on that. And only if you're a subscriber will you be eligible when we do those giveaways. We're going to do them live. I'll do a special broadcast when we hit our 5,000 subscriber mark. So help me out with that. And again, we're going to be covering several different topics today that I can help you grow your business. And I want to remind everyone before we dive into the content that the show is sponsored by Pushbutton AI, which is a push button business builder. And I see a whole bunch of my customers who are here in the chat. I'm the founder of Pushbutton AI. We've been working very hard on it, releasing new features. And I'm sure some of the people in the chat, if you're a customer in the chat, could you let people know what you think of Pushbutton AI, whether you think it was a useful tool for you and how the training has been, how the help from our staff has been, what support been like? Share some of your experience with people in the chat if you're a current Pushbutton AI customer. And if you're not yet a customer and you've been thinking about it, I want to let you know we have this is for like only 2 days at the time of this live broadcast. It's a year-end special promotion. So there's some special pricing and a special little bonus we're doing. So again, this is only for the end of year. So if you're interested in that, producer Nick, if you could pop the link out, I think it's pushbutton.ai/year-end pushbutton.ai/year end. So if you are considering Pushbutton AI to help you build and launch or grow your business, it's really powerful at doing that. It's push button automation where literally the system builds everything for you. You don't have to build sales pages. You don't have to write sales copy. You don't have to create squeeze pages, write email copy, videos, audios, the whole 9 yards, as they say. You get it all done for you by the system. It even finds you a great domain name, registers it, and so much more. So if you have been considering Pushbutton AI and you haven't yet pulled the trigger, then do it now while this special end of year promotion is going on. And you can head on over to pushbutton.ai/year end to find out more about that. There's just 2 days left, and then you're out of luck. Okay, awesome. Well, then on that note, we're going to get into today's training. But before I do, I'm doing an experiment today on Twitter. So I don't know if I have gone live on Twitter or not. I don't know what the technology did today. Let's find out. Let's head over here. I don't see. Oh, there we go. No, I'm live. Okay. How about that? That is pretty interesting, which makes me wonder, you guys want to do a live marketing experiment with me? So I have never done this before. So if you want, I'm going to try to put an ad on the live broadcast on Twitter. Do you guys want to see if that works? So I want to ask permission because it's a little off topic, a little distraction first. But would that be cool? Would you guys like to be part of this experiment? I'll do it right now. I'll make a Twitter ad. And then we'll see if it actually works. So here's what I'll do. I'm going to move this over here so I can show you what I'm doing. I'll move this over there too. So let me share my screen. And there I am. So I am broadcasting. I confirm we're live on Twitter. So that's cool. So to my whole 2 viewers that you guys see right there, we got 2 whole people watching me here. But so glad to see you, my gigantic Twitter audience. But let's go over here. And we're going to do an ad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this campaign. We're going to copy it just for speed, so I don't have to set this up. Live test. Okay. Then here, let's go to funding source there. Next. And then we'll go live test. Okay. So I'm going to throw $100 at it. Now, what I'm going to do on purpose is I'm going to set this up accelerated. See this right here? So it will show it to as many people as possible, as fast as possible. So, and then we're going to see if it lets me put an ad. Okay. I can go over some of my targeting. Actually, if you guys want to learn more about Twitter ads, maybe I'll do that in a future session. Is that the live one? Oh, there it is. That is the live one. So I can do it. All right. So we're going to select that. So what we've just done is we've selected the live broadcast. I've never done this before, so I don't know if it's going to work. We'll go next, and I'll go launch campaign. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to copy one more of my ads. It says it's running. Okay. And we're going to copy this one too. So I'll explain a little bit more why I'm doing this in a moment. Live test. Next. Oh, funding source. Let's go back. Forgot to select how I'm paying for this. So we're going to pick my purchase order, which, by the way, if you spend any good amount of money on Twitter, you can get set up with what's called a purchase order or an insertion order. And you can get on billing from Twitter, but you need to be spending enough to do that. If anybody is a significant money spender, maybe I can even connect you with my rep on Twitter who can help you out. So, but let's see here. We're going to select our live broadcast. Say yes. Next, launch. Wait a minute. This type of card. cannot be used for this objective. Okay. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, because it's clicks to website. That's probably why. So let's try this. So because this is a click to website type of an ad, right? Let's try this. If I go up here and instead of website traffic, I say I want video views, maybe. Let's try that and see if it'll let me do it. Okay. Just call this live test just for fast. We'll pick my funding source. We'll go next. And I'll just call this live test. Okay. Set this to accelerated. So I'm probably going to have to. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to set up some of my targeting here, but let's try this. So we'll do this, and this. So this is targeting subscribers of mine and people who have visited my website. That's what that is. And I've said make a lookalike of those audiences. And so we're going to try that. We're all going to try retargeting people who saw my tweets, my followers, and I want only logged in people. By the way, this is something that's been important for me in Twitter ads is selecting logged in people. Okay. And then we're going to turn on optimized targeting because that actually allows Twitter to show it to a bigger audience. And Twitter seems to really like that. So then we're going to come over here. Okay. I'm not sure what that error is. I'm getting weird errors here that I didn't. So if I select organic tweets, see that, then it allows me to put an ad on an organic tweet. And then I don't know what this error is. It's not going to let me launch the campaign. Twitter replies placement. Oh, I see. That was, okay, let's go back here and edit the ad group. So I know what that is. That's this. I'm going to unselect that. And it worked. Fantastic. Okay, so we can see here, this is the first live test ad, and we've got 13 impressions. So it is working. Now, whether that is actually making my audience size go up, I don't know. Okay, well, now we went to 13 viewers. So it does seem to be working. All right, fantastic. Well, welcome, Twitter audience. So I'm new to Twitter live streaming. So I'm going to start building an audience back up over there. I've got kind of a large following on Twitter, but they're from years and years ago. So I used to be quite active on Twitter many years ago when Twitter was kind of a new thing, and built a good size audience, but a lot of them are old dormant accounts because they were built 10 years ago or more. So there are a lot of people that had created Twitter accounts, were active, and then they're not currently active. And so I'm kind of in the process of building a fresh new following over there on Twitter. So it's pretty cool to be able to use their live broadcast feature. I really, really like that. And I haven't been able to watch the chat while I was doing that, but who here would be interested in some lessons on Twitter advertising? Maybe we can do a Twitter ad special. I'm really, really liking the Twitter ad platform, by the way. It's a refreshing, different experience compared to, say, Facebook or even Google. We're experimenting a lot right now. I'm testing lots of different things, trying to see what's our best practices and what's working. And so what I could do, if you're interested in this, is share some of those results. So I could do little case studies and show you some of the campaigns and how they've been working and stuff like that. So the other cool thing with Twitter is you can get some pretty good results without having to spend a ton of money. And that's I'm just so distracted by watching my Twitter feed over here. I'm sorry. So here, I'm going to stop paying attention to that so that I can focus on what's important, and that's the show, and that's you. So, all right, well, it does look like we got a strong interest in that. And one thing, producer Nick, can you keep an eye out for this for me in the chat? I would like to know what kinds of stuff would you be interested in promoting on Twitter, the audience? And so I can give some guidance and help steer my training that I'll be doing on Twitter ads to fit what you're looking for. So what kind of things would you be interested in promoting on Twitter? Or I need to start calling it X. I need to get on the Elon bandwagon here and call it X. So what do you want to promote on X? Let me know in the chat, and producer Nick, if you can be watching for that, so you can make notes for our next, a future show about Twitter ads. Awesome. All right. Well, it looks like we're doing really, really well here. So the Twitter audience is growing. In fact, okay, I'm going to really have to resist being distracted by this, but let's go back and take a look. Okay, we got 26 viewers now. That's pretty good. Okay. I promise I won't keep refreshing that page. In fact, I'm going to close the Twitter tab. Let's see how much we spent on this first campaign. So, okay, well, still, it's not showing any ad spend yet. So let's go back here. If we look at that one, here's the other test. So these are the two that I'm running for the. So I'll leave it on this, and we'll come back to it, and we'll watch how much it spends. So right now, it hasn't spent. It spent very little, less than a penny, but it actually seems to be growing the audience. So that's pretty cool. And I think the Twitter comments are showing up. I have a comment feed in my streaming software. So one thing I'm curious of, so anybody out in Twitter land, if you can comment, drop me a comment right now and say hi. Just say hello to me in the Twitterverse. So whoever's watching on Twitter, drop in the comments and say hello, say hi, howdy, however you want to greet me, and let me know you're here. And I want to see if your chat shows up in my streaming dashboard so I can see if that's coming through. Let's see here. I haven't seen any Twitter chats yet. Producer Nick, can you come on mic for a second?
Hello.
Hey, have you seen any Twitter chat come through the StreamYard feed?
No.
No? Okay. I see Charles said hi over there. That was a little while ago. I'm not seeing anybody else saying hi. So anybody else out there in the Twitter world, say hi. I want to see if your stuff is coming through. And that's pretty cool. This could be very powerful, by the way. So in StreamYard, which is the streaming platform that I'm using, it actually allows you to upload pre-recorded videos. So we can go live on Twitter with a pre-recorded video. So let's say, for example, if I wanted to take one of my sales webinars or a sales presentation and I wanted to run it live, I could literally go live on Twitter. And based on the test so far, it looks like I could advertise and immediately send traffic to that sales webinar while it's live, which is really incredibly powerful to be able to do that. And then to be able to have live interaction and answer questions and help people out in a live environment directly off of an ad, that is really, really powerful. So yeah, that is, I'm excited about this. This could be huge. And so what I'll be doing is I'm going to test this going forward. We're going to start testing a lot of live, even short live broadcasts. So maybe I'll take a pre-recorded 15, 20-minute video and run it as a live broadcast and drive some Twitter traffic to it, like, as we do it as a test. So, okay, I do see. Okay, so Nick, I do see you saying hello over on Twitter. So that did come through. Cool. Wow. Okay. Oh, so producer Nick has told me in the chat, although I think everybody else can see it too, we're up to 52 viewers on X right now. So that's pretty darn cool. So that's exciting. So I'll be reporting back. We'll come back and check on that a little later, and I'll have to stop being distracted by Twitter or X for the moment. But we will do some more training. I'll be showing you a little bit more about how you run Twitter ads, and I'll let you know how my live test experiments go, and we'll do that on a future show. Okay. So enough with the distraction. I'm going to power up with a little bit of content juice here. And then we're going to get started with the training for today. So let me get my teleprompter going. There it is. Okay. And so if you're new to the channel, then what we do is I record training. So while you're here with me live, you get to be part of the live experience, and I'll be answering questions from the live audience after each segment. But when I'm recording a segment, this is meant for recording for the future, for us to take. I send it to our editors. They edit it down. They add, all of their flair in their editing. And then we reuse that content either in training courses. Sometimes we'll repurpose it on the different social media channels. But when I'm doing that, you might hear me do retakes. You might hear me make notes for my editor, things like that. So just so you know, while I'm live, while we do this next segment, I'm recording it for the future. And so if you hear me stop and make notes and things like that, you'll know what's going on. And with that, let me get my teleprompter thing going, and we shall get started. Here we go. Hustle culture. Some people say it leads to easy million retake here. Hustle culture. Some people say it's the only way to succeed when it comes to building a digital business. Others say it leads to burnout and is a big old waste of time. I think it's disastrous for a new business owner, and I'm going to tell you why. And not only that, I'll give you 3 things that is wrong with hustle culture and exactly what you should do instead. Let's get into it. Now, imagine that you knew exactly how many hours it was going to take you to make $1 million business. Let's say that you knew it would take. See, I'm realizing I am going to redo that completely. Why is that not showing? So, hey, producer Nick.
Yep.
Those 3 examples aren't in the script. Is that right?
The 3 examples.
Yeah. Oh, I'm thinking of the wrong thing. Never mind.
Okay. Oh, you're thinking about Facebook?
Yeah, I'm thinking about the other sequence, the other segment. Okay. Sorry, everybody. Let's continue. Okay. Note for editor. You'll just pick it up from right here and keep on going. Here we go. Imagine that you knew exactly how many hours it would take to build $1 million business. And let's say you knew it would take 1,000 hours exactly to build a business. What would your next move be? You'd probably get right to work, right? Probably push 12 hours of work a day, and that's almost every day until you hit your 1,000 hours. So this would be months of poor sleep, neglect, the grind of pushing through all of this. But it's all worth it because you know that in the end, you're going to hit that 1,000-hour mark and you're going to have $1 million business. Well, what about the opposite end of the spectrum? What if you could get rich quick? What if you could build $1 million business with only 10 hours of work instead of 1,000? You just need to find the right system, right? Well, both of these mindsets are appealing because they're simple. And let's see. Let's see here. Sorry for the live audience here. I'm going to note for editor. We'll do another take here. Okay. So hustle culture, while it has many things that are right about it, where you can actually succeed because you push yourself hard. Hustle culture is when it's like the grind, right? Where you're supposed to live and breathe your business. Forget your kids. send them off somewhere else and grind the night away working on your new business. Forget about a life of travel and leisure. Forget about all the things that you really enjoy in life. Instead, you're a work machine, grinding out the workday, week in, week out, weekends, all through the night. And that is hustle culture in a nutshell. Now, the other thing is, another popular movement out there when it comes to building a business is this whole get rich quick mindset, where you think that you can push the right button and make $1 million. Now, there are push button systems, and there are systems that can make you lots of money, but it's never quite as easy as it seems, right? So what I find is that hustle culture leads people into burnout and failure. That's the results. Get rich quick mindset, that leads people also to failure, but for a whole different reasons. Because you've probably heard of confirmational bias. Have you ever heard of that term before, where you see things and you find things in your environment, and as you hear news and as you consume information, you will tend to notice and tend to agree with the things that make sense in your mind, the things that you secretly hope are true, or the things that you have an opinion about. When you find facts out into the world, you'll tend to focus in on and agree with the things that already line up to your thinking. And you'll tend to reject and not follow data that is contrary to those beliefs. And so what we have here is you get drawn in through either whether it's the hustle culture and the grind, because we all know that hard work, like a good work ethic, is actually valuable and does lead to success, right? So when you see things about hustle culture that you have agreements with, you really bond and resonate with it. And then also in the whole get rich quick world, we all have those secret desires that there's going to be some magic system. If we just had the right system, we just knew some secret inside information, we could actually get rich with little to no effort. And I know most people have this. Everyone has it, I believe. I know I have that, right? I'm always on the hunt for, like, what is the newest, greatest tactic that's going to result in easy riches for me, right? And so I think when we see these things, even when they're not quite true, we will tend to agree with them because they're simple and they confirm pre-existing biases that we have in our minds. Now, because of human nature, you're attracted to simple things like this, and there are things that confirm that bias. And it's this simple thinking that's attractive because it confirms those existing opinions and beliefs. Now, this is called confirmation bias, as I said. And so you're going to gravitate towards those things that confirm those biases. And you have these two opposite ends of the spectrum that offer simplicity. Whether it's the just put your head down and work like a maniac, that's a simple concept. The other one is just look for the right system and it's all going to magically happen. And so these simple ways of thinking distract us and destroy our success. And then here's ultimately what hustle culture will get wrong. First, it's unending pressure to just work, and it only leads to burnout. No matter what the hustlers do, this will inevitably lead to failure. It will actually stop you from being able to complete things because you're grinding away, working so hard on trying to do your business until you hit burnout, and then you quit. And once you have stopped, it's so hard to get started again. 2, hustle culture invalidates quick results because quick results can happen. Sometimes you try a new ad campaign. Like I just tried this ad campaign on Twitter, literally while I was live broadcasting, something that I had no idea if it would work or not. We fired it up, and what do you know? Immediately it started working. Hustle culture tends to shy away from and even degrade and invalidate those kinds of quick results. But quick results are possible. Sometimes they happen, and you need to be prepared for when they do happen. And then 3, hard work does not guarantee success. If you're applying the wrong strategy, you're applying the wrong opportunity, you're doing the wrong actions, and you're just doing them harder, and you're just doing more hours and more effort, it does not result in success. Now, what about the opposite side of the spectrum here? If we've got the hustle culture and the grind it away and work really hard, But what about the get rich quickers? Everyone secretly wants to get rich quick. We all wish that this was easy to accomplish. You actually can get rich. That's the thing I want to explain to you here. That is possible, but you can't depend on it. So what often happens is people get so excited about some get rich quick opportunity or system or method or strategy, and they depend on it. They build their whole business and their whole way of working around depending upon quick results. But let me tell you, there are 3 other things that you need to be aware of if you're looking at something that feels like it's a get rich quick opportunity. Number 1, just because one person got rich quick with a particular strategy, it does not mean that you will get rich with that exact same strategy. In fact, for every one person who's got rich quick and had fast results, I can show you 99 more who didn't. They had to work harder. They had to persist, or maybe they even quit and failed. So what happens is when all you think about, when your mind gravitates to those quick results and you think about the one case study or the one testimonial or the one example that you see about a strategy working, if you seize upon that and then you ignore all the rest, it sets you up for failure, because the odds are, right? If we're going to look at this like Vegas odds, the odds are that you will not get rich quick, that it will take some effort, it will take some time. And if you're stuck with that mindset that it's supposed to get rich quick, then you don't, then you start feeling bad and you quit. When that's the wrong thing to do, because many of those things that you see packaged as get rich quick actually are real viable business models, but they just take more effort than it might seem. Okay, now number 2, just note for editor, I'm going to rewind the teleprompter. I'm going to go that way. Okay, here we go. Number 2, get rich quick culture does set you up for failure. Now, I have to deal with this every day because I sell products in the entrepreneurial space, and it is loaded with get rich quick schemes that promise massive results easy. Now, this sets you up for failure, and it compounds the problem. This is like compounding emotional baggage, because here's what happens. You get excited about some opportunity that seems too good to be true, seems like it's a get rich quick thing, but you get excited about it. It confirms your emotional bias because you secretly hope that it's true. And so you jump in and you start working on it with the expectation that you're going to get fast results. But what happens instead, you find out that it takes a little bit of effort, takes a little bit of work. And so you start to get frustrated. You don't get the results. You start to wonder, well, other people are winning at this, so why am I not? And then it leads to failure because you ultimately quit. Because this sets you up for number 3, which is the shiny object syndrome, where you chase one opportunity after another, and you never quite bring the opportunity to its full bloom before you bail on it and on to the next one. And this shiny object syndrome is actually what makes you fail. Because even though you might look at something and it might seem like it's quick, easy riches, it usually is true that the business model works, the strategy works. It just takes more effort, because often what happens is maybe you learn about a new type of ad, so you launch new ads. Well, it might take you failing. You might have to spend some money on ads to find out, oh, I got my targeting wrong. Or maybe I need to make a different creative, a different type of a text copy, or different images. Or maybe you have a landing page that needs to be tweaked. Maybe you need to adjust the words on your landing page to make it work. Or who knows, maybe even your website's broken and you didn't even know it, right? But this takes being willing to get out there, have some failures, adjust, tweak, and keep on going, and stick with the opportunity or the strategy that you're applying, okay? And don't let the get rich quick mindset poison your success so that you just start feeling bad about yourself. You start getting frustrated, and then you ultimately quit on an opportunity and bounce on to the next one and start the shiny object syndrome, which is just a path to failures. The truth is, you don't have to pick hustle culture. You don't have to pick get rich quick. Those are 2 opposite ends of a spectrum here that are just overly simplistic. The truth lies in the middle. It's the middle way. And I'll call this results-oriented thinking. And if you can get yourself to adopt this mindset where you're doing results-oriented thinking, and this means that you'll be willing to apply some of the hustle culture, the grind of working hard when it makes sense, when you use it to build high profit systems. So the beauty is when you can find systems that require less work. Take push button AI, for example. It's a system that at the push of a button, it can launch a business for you. But you still have to launch the business. You still have to get traffic to that website. You still have to run that business. You still have to make adjustments, right? You might run ads to a business you built on push button AI, and maybe they don't work immediately. But then if you dig in, you tweak it, you adjust it, adapt, and continue. And that's where the hustle grind comes in and the persistence to stick with it. Then you ultimately succeed. So hustle culture, they're bad because they struggle with the concept of doing less work. So their mind is geared towards the hard work, and they'll often look down upon simple, easy strategies. But simple, easy strategies are out there and they work. You just have to be willing to work hard at them. It's funny. It's simple and easy and hard work all rolled into one. And it's this results-oriented thinking that allows you to get more profit using less work. Because we'll do a little break here. Okay. Okay, let's see here. All right, here we go. Profitable businesses come when work is applied to a highly profitable system. So it's finding a highly profitable system that works and then applying the hard work and persistence. And it's by combining these two things is ultimately your path to success. So if you're only interested in getting rich quick with no hard work, no matter how great the system is, odds are you're going to fail because you're unwilling to apply hard work to a good opportunity. So here are the three things that you can do instead to become a results-oriented thinker. Number one, be honest and rational about exciting opportunities. If you're presented with a new strategy or a new opportunity, sit back and think logically, and don't let the emotion of the get rich quick and the idea of easy money stand in your way of success. Instead, take a step back and look at it from a rational perspective. Does the strategy make sense? Okay, good. Well, then inform yourself honestly about, well, what is the work that would be involved in pursuing that opportunity? And then once you've decided it's the right thing, that leads us to step two, which is when you spot the right opportunity, right? When you apply logic and rationale and don't let emotional thinking and emotional get rich quick sweep you up. But when you do find that good opportunity, then you do take massive action and you work hard. But you analyze your results. You work hard for a spurt of time and you apply and you work and you do the strategy, you apply the tactic, you build the business, take a step back, analyze what you've done and see what your results are. Then that leads us to step three, which is take what you learn from your failures in step two, because you will fail on any opportunity you try. You will have failures. You step back, you figure out why did you fail, adjust, adapt, and keep on going. And that's again where this hustle idea is of persistence and hard work. But if you don't take a step back, analyze your results, and then change and go back and do it again, then you're just going to be driving yourself into failure and burnout. Okay. Now there's this phenomenon of people that run businesses online who constantly jump from one business model to the next every few months, right? That's that shiny object syndrome I talked about before. 1 month they're doing affiliate marketing. The next month they're doing Facebook groups. The next month they're doing content businesses. The next month they're selling things on Amazon, and they jump from one thing to the next. All right. Note for editor, we'll edit that out. And they jump from one thing to the next, and each one fails. And they come away with more and more frustration. Each time you do that, the more emotional upset, the more emotional frustration there is. And it just drags you down. It drags you down until you feel like quitting. So in reality, these overnight successes that you hear about, right? So let's say, for example, you see somebody who has, I'll use air quotes, an overnight success in their business. And let's say they just started running a Facebook group and they made $1 million selling a product to this Facebook group. Well, the thing that you may not realize, that most people don't realize, is that it's not an overnight success, because that person, maybe before that, they tried affiliate marketing. And maybe before that, they tried creating a digital course business. And maybe before that, they tried, running ads on Twitter. And each time they learned new skills. So when you do try a strategy, realize that even if you don't result in making lots of money, you are learning skills. And so each time you try something new, even if it fails, you're learning. And if you take that approach to it, where you're learning and adjusting and learning from your failures and how to improve it, that's often the path. You learned how to create a digital course business. Then you learned how to do ads on Twitter. Then you learned affiliate marketing. Then when you put it all together and started your Facebook group, boom, you made $1 million. And it looks like the Facebook group success happened pop overnight. But in truth, that process might have lasted 2 years before you got to the point where you were educated enough about those basics. It all kind of comes together and then takes off. So I see this very, very often. So I've had the opportunity to coach and train and help hundreds of thousands of entrepreneurs build their businesses online. And it's given me this kind of viewpoint of being able to see all the people that are failing, the people that are succeeding, and watch them over the years. I've had been on this journey for over a decade now, teaching people how to do this stuff. And so I have seen this often, where somebody is failing, use air quotes, failing in something, and they try the next thing and the next thing, and then the third thing takes off, right? But that's because they're learning and they're applying what they learned to each new thing that they try. Does that make sense? So that is your way to success. So it may appear overnight success, but in truth, it's as you're learning new skills and learning new strategies that ultimately brings you to that place. So the best way to apply this to our push button AI business, because we can help you at the push of a button launch an entire business. And what that does is that helps you leap over a lot of that experience, because you don't have to learn how to set up a website. You don't have to learn how to format your pages, how to set up your hosting. You don't have to learn how to hire technical outsourcers to build your site for you either. You also don't have to learn how to write sales copy. So there's all these skills that Push Button AI lets you leap over, right? And your business is launched and it's on the web. But you ultimately still have to run that business and get visitors to it, get people to come to the website and buy your stuff. And that might happen quickly, and it might require you to persist and learn new skills and adapt, adjust, fail a few times, but you will succeed if you stick with it. And on that note, I want to remind you that Push Button AI, again, it will create your entire business for you. And at the time of this recording, we are currently having a year-end special. There's just 2 days left in that special. And so if you've ever considered using Push Button AI or becoming a Push Button AI customer, now's the time to act. There's only 2 days left in our year-end special. And I want to remind you, you can head on over. It is pushbutton.ai/year-end. There you go. And producer Nick, if you could pop that into the chat one more time. But that, again, is pushbutton.ai/year-end. And that's where you can take advantage of that. And that lets you jump over a lot of those skills that you heard me talking about, where people need to learn skills by applying themselves and adapting and learning from their failures. Well, Push Button AI lets you leap over a whole bunch of those so you can just get to work driving traffic and learning about how to run your business. So there you go. And so what we're going to do now is I'm going to go to the audience for questions. So that's the end of this segment. But I want to kick it to you. We'll go to the audience for your questions. And producer Nick, are you out there?
Yes, I am.
All right. So I don't know if any questions or comments have been coming in while we've been chatting, but let me know and I can answer those right now.
Yeah. I'll start off with, I can't find the specific message, and I also can't find the person who sent it, but they had said they wanted LinkedIn content. I think driving traffic with LinkedIn, particularly launching a brand, like a faceless brand, just the business, but without using her face.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, we can cover that in a future session. And I want to ask the audience, by the way, we've been talking today. I've been bashing quite a bit. Two things. I've been bashing hustle culture, which is like mindless grinding, and hard work is how I look at it. And then I'm also bashing the whole get rich quick scene, right? Which is promising like you can make $10,000 a month if all you do is, this one magic strategy. So I'm bashing both of those. But what do you think about this? Maybe you disagree with me. Maybe you think hustle culture is a good thing. Maybe you think that you do have a get rich quick opportunity and that I'm full of it, right? So I'd like to know, let me know your thoughts, your opinions about this idea of these two different angles, right? Both of them are simple concepts, which I think is what makes the human mind drawn to them. They confirm biases and secretly held opinions and feelings. And I think it draws people's attention and it ultimately leads us all astray to running on the wrong tactics. So I'd love to know any questions you've got about this, any commentary you have. We'll do that. And then we're going to move on and talk about how to make money with a Facebook group. That's our next segment coming up right around the corner. And yeah, there you go. So anything else come in, Nick?
Yeah, Tim says, does push button come with coaching? Can it be added on?
Oh, yeah. So push button AI, it's closed to the public. And right now we have a private invite only sort of thing going on where you either, whether it's through attending one of our master classes or getting a live demo and talking with one of our representatives. But then you can be invited in to join. And some of the packages that we have do come with coaching. So if you need a one-on-one mentor, a one-on-one consultant to work hand in hand with you on building your business and applying these strategies, that is available. You can add that onto your order. So both you can buy it, it's called our ultimate level, or you can add coaching on to any of your existing training or packages you have with us. So yes, that is available. All right. Anything else we got?
Yeah, Anthony says, so what do I have to do to make this work?
Well, you have to be willing to learn new stuff and you have to be willing to fail. That's really what you need to be willing to do. If you've got push button AI, if you're a push button AI customer, it's going to build your site for you. It's going to write your sales pages for you. Heck, it can even make a product for you if you want to sell a digital product. So it'll do all of that stuff. And then you need to be willing to learn a traffic strategy, which we teach you. We actually have comprehensive training that goes step by step into over a dozen different traffic strategies. We teach you how to pick the right strategy for you and your business. And you have to be willing to learn it and then maybe fail and then learn from that failure, get our help. This is where our VIP help and even the one-on-one mentoring comes in, and we'll help you get through that failure and on the path to success. In fact, I'm so confident we can help you with that I guarantee you that you can build a profitable business. So there you go. What else we got?
Yeah, we got, so is it really possible for a non-techie to go to $100 a day?
It is. Every successful person that I know started as a non-techie, right? In fact, to this day, I know there's a few business owners that I know that have 7, 8, and even 9-figure businesses, and they don't know anything about the tech stuff. Literally nothing. But they're usually an expert in some other area of business, and they've learned it through trial and error and study and that kind of thing. But I know many multi-million-dollar business owners who are not technical and don't understand the tech stuff. So absolutely, you can succeed without being a tech wizard. But you do have to be willing to learn something new and be willing to experiment and ultimately maybe fail along the way before you get help and turn that into a success.
All right. So we got another. This person says they agree with you. They say, all get-rich-quick things that I have seen only give you one piece of the puzzle. You have to have direction or the hustle is wasted.
Yeah, exactly. We have to have direction and you have to be on the right path. And then the hustle can work, right? And like, I have a bunch of friends in this entrepreneurial training marketplace that they sell courses and systems and softwares and things like this. And, every single one of them works. I know it firsthand because either I'm doing the business myself or I know the people that are doing it, and they all work, right? That is the funny thing about it, is in the world of entrepreneurship and digital businesses, it's an endless open field of all these different strategies that can make money, and they all work. The trick is it just takes a little bit more effort. Sometimes it takes a little bit more time before you hit your success. And so if you have the false expectation that you should have overnight success, and when you don't, you get frustrated, maybe you even question yourself and start to think, is it me? Maybe I'm just not smart enough, or maybe I'm missing a piece of the puzzle, or I don't understand it, or whatever it might be. But the truth is, it just is going to take more time and more willingness of trial and error and failing it, and then looking and going, okay, well, what did I do wrong? Or what can I do different? What could I improve? And so many of my big business successes have been that willingness to experiment and try new things and see if they work or not. And when they don't work, figure out why, and then tweak, adjust, adapt, and keep going. That's ultimately the path to success, because every one of those opportunities that you have heard of is true. They all make money. They really do. Okay. What's left?
Yeah, we have a comment, not a question, but a contribution. And they say, no replacement for focus and working smart. There's no such thing as the instant overnight sensation.
Yeah, well, the thing too that's funny is it does happen, right? So I've been doing this for a long time, over 2 decades, been building businesses, on the internet. And I'll tell you my own experiences, right? Out of say 10 things that I've built and tried, 10 strategies, say 5 of them ultimately end up working out for me, right? And those 5 took a lot of effort and hard work and persistence and figuring things out. But then one of them was an overnight success. I can think of one business that I built, and literally from the first day I started it, it took off like a rocket ship. Okay. That does happen. It's just that's not the normal. The normal is that it takes that effort, takes a little bit of that work when you're on the right path. But it can happen. It does happen. You just can't expect it, and you can't let it get you down when it doesn't happen, right? And I think that's the problem with so many get rich quick, pitches, is that it leads you to the wrong expectation. It isn't that the system is wrong. The system is probably right, but it starts you out with the wrong expectation. And then when you don't have overnight success, and you get through that first month of working on a new opportunity, and you don't have the big success that you saw in all the testimonials and all the hype, that you start to feel like you're failing when really you're not. You're not failing at all. But it might feel like it because you have the false expectation that it's supposed to happen overnight. All right. So any other I'm going to do, by the way, final call on questions and comments on this topic. We're going to get on to our next segment here in a moment. So final call for questions, commentary about get rich quick and hustle culture. And then next up, we are going to move on to making money with Facebook groups. And we'll get to that in a moment. So what's left in the questions?
Yeah. So Anthony says, you mentioned fail many times. Does that mean losing all investments?
Not necessarily, right? So fail, that means, let's say you're trying a new strategy on, I don't know, Pinterest, right? So Pinterest is a site where you can post images, and it's a strategy that can get you traffic and can get you search rankings, and it can work really well. But let's say you've spent, I don't know, 3 weeks following some training that you bought. Maybe you bought a Pinterest millionaire training course, right? And you're going through the training, you're doing the steps, you're posting the content, you're making the images, you're doing what you've learned in the course, and you're a month in and you're not making money yet. And so if you have the false expectation that you're supposed to be making $1 million by the time that first 30 days is up, you're going to feel like that's a failure when it's actually not. If you really dug in and examined your 30 days of progress, you might have learned things. You might have learned, well, look, this kind of image doesn't work in my niche, but this other kind, it really does work well. And you might learn a little strategy or a little tactic that does work. And it's by building on and adding to those successes and learning from the things that don't work and knocking them out, right? So when you find something that doesn't work, you stop doing it, find the things that do work, and you do it more. If you instead you're viewing it from that perspective, you get a month in and you're like, oh, okay, well, I'm getting some results. I had no traffic last month. This month, I got 100 visitors, right? Now, if you're measuring those 100 visitors against, you think you're supposed to be getting overnight millions, you're going to think that's a failure when it's really not, right? So when I'm talking about failure, that just means you tried a strategy or a tactic, you come to the conclusion that it didn't work, right? And then that's what I mean is failure. And sure, could it be that you invested in ads and the ads didn't work? Yes, you could lose money running ads. In fact, you probably will. Anytime that you advertise a product for the first time, you should expect that you're not going to be profitable overnight. You should just expect that. Sometimes it can happen, but often it's a process. Or you might spend $50 the first day, and then you find out like, oh, I ran these 3 ads. The first 2 were horrible and burned up all my money. But look, this third ad, it's doing well. So let's spend more money on day 2 and improve it, right? Day 2, you improve that ad, you spend a little more on that one successful ad, and all of a sudden you're starting to get clicks, but you're not getting any sales yet. So now let's say you've spent $100. You've just burned $100 and you still don't have a sale yet. But then on day 3, you realize, oh, there's this special way of doing targeting. And you apply it. You've got the right targeting, you've got the right ad, and then it ultimately leads you to finally starting to make sales. And maybe you're still losing money. Maybe you're spending $50 a day and you're only selling $40 in product. But then if you keep at it, you keep tweaking and adjusting and adapting and improving, then you're going to get to where you're spending $50 a day and you're making 200. But it takes a series of failures and learnings from those failures and tweaks and adapt to when you'll be successful. But yes, you can lose your investment in ads when you're testing and trying to get to the point of getting traffic. That is absolutely a possibility. Okay.
Yeah, I have a small contribution to that tangent and possibly an additional angle to that question.
Yeah.
And you may agree or disagree, but maybe you could give me your feedback.
Sure.
I have a lot of people who will ask me, and it will come from a place of they need to make money quick to pay the bills, or like, I need to pay rent. I'm not going to be able to make rent. Nick, what side hustle can I do to make $1,000 in 20 days? And I don't think people should go into business or entrepreneurship from that place. Like, I have to earn this money or I'm going to be, I took out a second mortgage. I pawned my wedding ring, something like that. I don't think business should be approached from that angle. You shouldn't, if you're worried that these investments are going to cost your quality of life, I don't think you should make that investment. And that's my opinion. You may or may not agree, but what are your thoughts on that viewpoint?
Well, I would say if it's an unproven, unknown thing, you're absolutely right. Like I've seen people do that. I've seen them make that mistake where they jump all in, right? And they go all in. And this is in a whole variety of things. I've seen, this in a lot of different ways where people go all in on something that they really don't know is successful or not. But I have been in a position where I've taken strategic risk where, let's say I do borrow a bunch of money to run an ad campaign. I've done that and I've succeeded, but I already tested the ad campaign, right? I used my own money that was disposable money that I could lose, right? That I could afford to lose, testing an ad campaign. And when I had the ad campaign all dialed in, I knew for every dollar I was spending, I was getting 3 back. Everything was dialed, tested, and I wanted to scale up. Okay, well, now maybe you can take a little bit of risk. But if you jump in and you don't know how the ad campaign is going to go, and then you max out your credit line on your house and dump it all into ads with a total unknown, that's not a good decision, right? Yeah. So don't go out and maxing out credit and, doing things that you put you at risk for unknown, unproven things, right? But if you can take a calculated risk, an educated risk where you know something's going to be successful, then you can push the envelope. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I also, and maybe not, you agree, but I think it's from my mindset and from an emotional point of view. I think you are less likely to succeed in a campaign if you're coming from it from a place of anxiety, or this campaign has to succeed, or I'm not going to be able to pay rent or something like that. If you come from it from a comfortable, being complete, obviously you don't want to lose the money, but if you come from it from a viewpoint of like you're comfortable, if the campaign totally bombs, I feel like that's the viewpoint you should adopt, or the attitude you should adopt.
I agree. And there's I think a lot of reasons for that. You could look at it from a psychology point of view. Those who maybe have more spiritual viewpoints might think of it like law of attraction and things like that. But when you approach something from a scarcity mindset, a worry mindset of like, oh my God, I just took my whole life savings and it has to go right or my life is ruined, right? And that's the state you're trying to grow a business into flourishing and prospering. It's not going to go well. It just won't go well. So I think you're right. You have to have that positive mindset. You have to be willing to take the risk and lose the bet, right? It's a funny phenomenon. Has anybody ever seen this, right? The people who can go to Vegas, I can tell you this from my own experience, right? I've known people that can go to Las Vegas and bet big and lose big, and they don't care, right? It doesn't bother them. And those people win. It's the strangest phenomenon. The people who really don't care, they're just there to have a good time, win or lose, they always win. But I look and I think of somebody else who is anxious and nervous, like, oh my God, I don't want to lose this money. I shouldn't be betting this money. This is, they lose every time. It's very interesting to me. It'd be funny to do some sort of a official scientific study of this. But from my observation and from other people that have kind of noticed the same thing, those who are like, they absolutely must win or something bad is going to happen, they never win. They always lose. But the people that are just there having a great time, they feel like they're going to win, but they don't really care if they don't win. They win and win and win. It's something really weird about how it works. I'm not going to speculate today on why that is, but it's something that I have certainly noticed. Anybody in the audience, have you ever noticed that, audience? Let me know in chat. Have you ever seen that where people that are willing to bet big and lose without freaking out, without being worried and anxious, they tend to just win and win and win. The other people on the other side who are anxious and worried about losing the bet, they lose and lose and lose. It's very bizarre. So have you seen that? Maybe you disagree with me, but that's how it seems to me anyway, from just my experience and my heyday of gambling, right? I can even tell you myself, right? I used to go to Vegas a lot and gamble at the Flamingo. So it's way back when the Flamingo was like one of the big best hotels there. I had a method of playing blackjack, and I would just win and win and win. Every single time I went to Vegas, I would come back with thousands and thousands of dollars in winnings. In that time frame, I didn't really care though. I only played for fun, right? Life was great. I had tons of money. I didn't really care if I lost or not. I had a good time. To me, it was like a challenge of me against the house, right? And is my system, the method I was using to play blackjack. I would play, it was like, I think it was a 3-deck blackjack that they would play. And literally for years, I've gambled there and won every single time. A few years later, I was going through a little bit of a hard time. Money wasn't quite as as free and available to me. And I remembered, like, man, I always win when I go to Vegas. So you know what? I'm going to go to Vegas. And I couldn't really afford to do it. And I went anyway. And I lost all the money. I lost everything I brought to Vegas. I lost it. And all I can attribute it to, I used the same system. I didn't play any differently. I played exactly the same. And I was literally undefeated. I went every time and came back with thousands of dollars. And the one time I went to Vegas and I had to win, I lost it all. It's just crazy. It's crazy how that works. So anyway, that's about gambling, but but it's a very similar thing with business, and your mindset and the way you approach it has a lot to do with it. So I do think it's a mistake to put yourself in a situation where you're very stressed out and worried, and you're investing money in growing your business that if it doesn't go well, it's going to be disastrous for you. Don't do that. Just don't do it, because whatever the laws of the universe, psychology, whatever you want to blame it on, will tend to make you fail if that's the place that you're in when you're investing in building a business. Your odds of failure go up in those scenarios. So anyway, yeah, weird stuff. So we can all speculate as to the different reasons why, but it certainly seems true to me that is just the case. So this is also a thing too, that if you catch yourself worrying about a new business that you're building, stop yourself for a moment, right? And really take a look and go, do I really need to worry? And try to flip that mindset. And if you start to think about, oh my God, what if this happens? What if that happens? Oh, I can't, I'm starting to get worried. Take a step back, take a deep breath, go for a walk, and really look at it. See if you can change your mind and come at it from a more positive perspective. But if you really are investing money into your business, you just can't, if you're not going to be able to feed your family because you put the money in a Facebook ads account, don't do that. That's just it's not good for anyone. Okay, enough about that. Are we good to move on to the next segment, Producer Nick?
Yeah, I'm just looking through lots of people resonating with what you were saying, lots of agreement, and I was trying to see if there were any questions in the mix. All right, we're good. I think we're good to go. Yeah. Okay, good. All right. Well, now at this time, we're going to be taking a quick little ad break. So those of you all who are watching on YouTube, we'll probably be seeing some ads. So you're going to get a quick little ad about push button AI, but also you may see some ads from YouTube. So this is again for our YouTube audience. I would like if you can let me know in the chat, what ads do you get? It helps me learn about how Facebook is targeting our audience here on YouTube. Those of you on Twitter may not see those, but the audience here on YouTube will definitely see some ads. So we're going to do a quick ad break, and then I'm going to come right back, and we have our segment on how you can use a brand new feature in Facebook. It's a brand new type of Facebook ads, and I'm going to show you step by step how to set up a Facebook group so that you can exploit this brand new opportunity that literally didn't exist a couple of months ago. And we'll get to that in a moment. But before we do, we'll do a quick little promotion for Push Button AI and some ads, and we'll be right back.
You can now launch your own online business with the click of a mouse. Sounds crazy, right? Guess what? It's now possible thanks to our game-changing AI software that's helping beginners build a successful online business. If you have tried and failed at building an online business, or you've got no idea where to start, there is good news for you. We are entering a new exciting era of AI, and I'm here to teach you how to use it to build and grow an online business. Because I'm handing you a blueprint, a business in a box powered by AI, and it's called Push Button AI. Imagine a tool so smart it does all the heavy lifting for you. builds an info product business, sets up hosting, launches the website, and even crafts engaging email sequences. Here's the thing. This isn't like anything else out there, and this is based on what's working right now. Push Button AI is based on my experience of generating over $100 million over the last 20 years and helping over 81,942 customers build and grow their own online businesses. If you'd like to find out more about this, register now and dive into my free live demo to uncover strategies and traffic tricks that will pivot your business and skyrocket your online business from surviving to thriving. Imagine what your life would look like today if you bought Bitcoin when it was $1. You now have the same opportunity with Push Button AI since nobody else is doing this. Don't miss out this time.
I always forget to unmute when I come back from break. So some of you are now seeing ads and some of you are seeing me. So I know, for example, in Twitter, we don't have ads running on the live stream. So hello out there in the Twitter world. Also, the live audience on YouTube, let me know if you have YouTube Premium or you did not get ads. So let me know in there. And then everybody that might be seeing, there still might be some ads showing. So we'll give everybody a moment to get back onto the live stream. But I'd like to know, what ads did you see if you did get ads on your feed? And something I'm noticing, just a little update on our Twitter experiment. So we have the audience on Twitter has been fluctuating, or X, I should call it. It looks like we're up to 78 viewers. So we'll put that on stage here. So we can see there, we're up to 79 viewers on the Twitter feed, which is pretty impressive. So I think this is largely driven from our ads. So let's go over to the ads and we'll refresh here. So let's go and see what we've spent here. So we've spent only $10, not bad. So we've spent, okay, I think my camera just shut off. Let's see.
Oh,
okay.
So I'm dead. I can come debug that.
Okay. Yeah, camera just shut off. Don't know why.
Okay. I guess carry on with the ads, but I'm coming up to debug that.
Okay. All right. Well, fantastic. So yeah, I don't know what happened there, but our camera just decided to shut itself off. But here's our little experiment here. So so we've spent only basically here. Let me just refresh. So $10.70. And we're getting pretty good. So you can see that again, we're up to 104 viewers. So one thing that is interesting, it keeps going up, like we get a wave of new viewers and then it goes back down again. So and I see Charles posting over there. So whoever's watching on Twitter world, let me know in the chat. And let me start camera there. And okay, well now
camera back up.
Camera is back up, but it's showing the pictures in the feed.
Oh, I see. Try now.
Okay, let's start it again. Hey, there we go.
Okay.
I'm back. We had an interesting inception going there. That was pretty cool. So over in the Twitter feed, you see one inside the other inside the other.
Oh, wow.
So, all right. Well, that's pretty cool. So we're up to about 114 viewers over on the Twitter world. That audience is fluctuating up and down. And I want to see, we're testing engagement. It's a brand new tactic. I'm running ads on Twitter to my live stream. And I would like to know if you're engaged. So if you're watching me on Twitter, don't be scared. Don't be nervous, but drop a comment down below. Okay. And give me a follow on Twitter while you're over there. And then, of course, I want to remind everyone before we get into the next segment all about how to profit with Facebook groups. I want to remind you to subscribe to the YouTube channel. So if you're over here on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. Help us get to, we're trying to close in on 5,000 subscribers over here on the new YouTube channel. And when we get there, I'm doing a giveaway. So the faster you help me get there, the faster we'll do the giveaway. And only subscribers over on YouTube will be eligible to win that giveaway. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel And again, anybody over on Twitter. Okay, I see the One Dark Goddess over on Twitter saying hello. So we at least have one Twitter person talking. The Twitter audience is very quiet for some reason. So not sure why you guys are afraid to speak up. But yeah. But yeah, let me know over there if you're watching on Twitter. Okay, cool. Well, with that, we're going to move on and get over to the next segment, and we're going to be covering Facebook. So let's get over here and stop distracting myself with Twitter. Get ready for the next segment here. So reminder, I'm recording this segment, so you might see me do retakes. You might see me make notes for my editor and stuff like that. But yeah, we're let me get my teleprompter going. Okay. Oops. Okay, so before we get going, I want to make a quick little note for the editor that I'm going to be reading some case studies, and it's intended for you to edit them down to make them rapid fire and quick, okay? All right. Okay, so here we go. Let's see. She grew her business from $120,000 a year. Wait, this is... hold on. We're going to do a retake here. Here we go. We're restarting. She grew her business to $120,000 a year with just a small little Facebook group. He used Facebook groups to help grow his personal finance business to over $1.8 million every single year. Here we go. And this business, selling security systems, used a small Facebook group to help grow their business to $40,000 a year straight out of the Facebook group. And here, I'll show these to the audience. So let's do this. So here's the first one at $120,000 a year that they made straight out of their Facebook group. Here's the group right here called Boutique Rye. This one here, Millennial Money Man, does $1.8 million a year with his Facebook group. You can see it is right here. Then we have this one here from Connected. Nate Clark built his to $840,000 a year. Here's the Connected Facebook group. And creating a community for your business is vital if you want to grow. And Facebook groups make doing it really, really easy. And let's see here. Okay, don't see that. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Is this it? Let's see. Where is that? Okay, forgive me, everybody. I'm missing a link from the thing. So. Okay. So note for editor, edit that out. Groups. Okay. We'll try this again. Facebook says that groups are a place to connect, learn, and share with people who have similar interests. You can create or join a group for anything from stargazing to baking to parenting with people across the globe or across the street. Groups can be public or private. And now that you know what a Facebook group is and why they're so profitable, I'm going to show you how to build a Facebook group for your business so that you can build a tight-knit community and really grow and make profit. Now, before I do, I want to remind you that there's a very new type of ad that you can place on Facebook, which allows you to control the growth of your Facebook group. And when you do it right, this can be incredibly profitable. So we did an earlier training. You can find it on our YouTube channel. So if you head on over to YouTube at youtube.com/Bill McIntosh, go over to the channel, subscribe while you're there, and you'll find a video in our channel that talks exactly how you place this very new, very special kind of ad that literally wasn't possible just a few months ago. And I believe that this new ad, combined with the group strategy that I'm about to share with you, will be able to make millionaires in the coming year. So let's dive in and we'll talk a little bit more about how do you actually make a Facebook group step by step. And then we're going to talk a little bit more about how you monetize that group and turn it into profit. But again, make sure you watch the earlier video on our channel that goes into detail on exactly how you place your Facebook group ads. And you can actually run ads and get members to your group inexpensively and very effectively. So I'm going to assume that you have a means of getting group members. And again, my training in in our YouTube channel goes in detail and will show you exactly how to get new members to your group. So let's dive into how you actually create a group. And the first thing I need to do is I need to go into Facebook. Excuse me while I sneeze in everyone's ear. But give me a moment here to just dive into Facebook. And all right. So the first thing you're going to want to do is just get logged into Facebook and go to the Groups tab. So you see that over here. It's usually right there. So you go to the Groups tab. And then you'll hit the blue Create a New Group button. That's right there. And this is easy. So now we fill in the group details. So let's call this. I don't know that I'm going to make this group public, but we're just going to do it for fun. Okay. So we're going to call this Bill McIntosh's live show. Now you set your privacy settings. Okay. It's important when you're setting your privacy settings to be aware of something. If you start your group from the beginning as private, you will never be able to make it public. You cannot switch from a private Facebook group to a public Facebook group, but you can do the opposite. You can start public and then go private, right? So, but you can't go start private and go public. So you have to make that decision. Personally, I like private. So I start my Facebook groups private, and then you want your group visible, okay? So you do want people to be able to find your group, but you want the content inside the group to be locked so that only group members who are approved and accepted can see the content, right? So your group is findable, but you cannot see the content until you're an approved group member. So select visible, okay? Here you can invite your friends, although I'm going to skip that. And then we hit create. Wasn't that hard? I now have a brand new Facebook group. Okay. So that was what it takes to build a Facebook group. Now, of course, there's a little more to it, and I'm going to talk about some of the settings and some of the things that you need to do to make a group successful. But wasn't that easy? Like, that's got to be the easiest thing I've ever done on Facebook, right? So I now have a private Facebook group for my show, ready to start taking new members and ready to start posting content, okay? Now, let's talk about the public and private thing really fast. A public group can grow faster organically. It's easier to join. There's less friction. It's more visible to the public. But I think a private group is better because you can grow an email list. So I'm going to talk in a moment about how you do that. But when you have a private group, you can promote your group, get members, and build an email list at the exact same time. And I'll show you the strategies in just a moment on exactly how you do that. Okay. And I also covered this in our video that we did about how to run ads to become Facebook group members. That video is on our YouTube channel. Okay. So the other thing that is quite powerful is that you can make scarcity, meaning the content in your group is private. And so it makes people desire to join. It's like the velvet ropes, right, in front of the nightclub. You want to get in there, right? There's a big line outside and there's people waiting, and people, you can hear the music inside. They're having a great time. There's something fun going on inside. You want to get in, right? So that's the same phenomenon that happens with a private Facebook group when you do it right. So if the group is exclusive, it's a private space where everybody can get, be in there sharing. It's like a community, and it makes it a place that people want to get into. They want to get through the velvet ropes, get by the bouncer, and get in the club. So once you've created your group, it will be live immediately, and you can edit anytime you want. So you can go in and change group settings and stuff like that. But the first thing you're going to want to do is set up your group rules. Okay. So depending upon the nature of your group, you're going to want to have rules for your group members. Okay. And let's take a look at that. And what I want to say is some example rules that you may want to set is that you don't want people to spam your group with offers, right? Maybe you want to have them post only useful content. Maybe you want to make sure that people are kind and friendly and they don't insult others or attack people or invalidate people, right? So you want to think about what you want to happen in your group, and we're going to set our rules for that. Okay. So we can come on over here and you'll notice there are all these things over here. Okay. See group rules. So we can click on group rules, and there's no group rules set up. So we can click get started. And they have some examples. So we'll just click on these. Be kind and courteous, no hate speech, no promotions or spam, right? So we can do all of these. Okay. So there we go. Oh, we created one rule. Right? We'll create another rule. No hate speech. Create. There's another rule. We'll say no promotions or spam. Create. Respect everyone's privacy. And there's our rules. Now you can make custom ones if you want. So we could create this and we could write our own. So we could make this rule: be friendly to Bill. You must be nice to the group owner. Okay. There we go. So we've got our stock group rules, and of course we've got my custom one here. So there we go. And then that's the group rules. That's that simple. So now that we've got group rules set up, there's a ton of other settings and advanced features. You can change the banner across the top. You can upload your own banner for that. You can make a custom profile logo. Frankly, I don't find those things super important. I'll be honest with you. I think what's more important is the content that goes in the group and your group application process. So one of the things that we're going to do is we're going to actually set up a questionnaire, and we're going to have people they have to apply for entry. And when they apply for entry, they have to answer some certain questions before we're going to approve them as a group member. Okay. And there's a lot of other settings. We're not going to get into that today. Frankly, most of them are not very important, and they don't really impact your profitability too much. In a couple of moments, I'll talk about how you post content into the group and what that should be going on there. We'll go back here. Which little aside note for editor, we'll edit this out. Did I show this, by the way, when I built these group rules, or did you guys all watch me do that on camera? Producer Nick, did I show this on the screen, or did I make everybody watch me on camera?
That was on the screen. I saw it.
So, I sometimes forget to switch the camera mode and make everybody watch me while I type away and work on this on the screen. Okay, cool. Well, there we go. So don't worry too much about the other settings, except for this one other thing. And we're going to scroll down here. let's see, where are group questions? Probably under, oh, right there where it says membership questions. Okay, here we go. Membership questions. So we're going to click on this. And if you've ever joined a group on Facebook, you've probably seen this before. You can ask questions. And one of the things that we can do first is we can toggle this on. So when anybody applies to the group, they have to acknowledge and agree to the group rules. Okay. And so we're going to click add question. Okay. And you can see here, there's different kinds. So you can have check boxes. They have to check a box, multiple choice, or written answer. Right. So this is really up to you. There's really only one question that's important. Right. So we could ask all kinds of questions. I don't like to make too many of them. So we're just going to go with one. And that question is a written answer. And we're going to say, what is your primary email address? That's it. Save. You can ask more depending upon your business. You might want to ask qualifying questions. You might want to ask survey questions. You might want to ask all kinds of things for different purposes. But the one that's important is we're going to ask for an email address. Can anybody guess why? Any guesses? Well, we are going to collect email addresses and use our group as a way to build our list. So if we combine our Facebook ad strategy that we covered in our earlier training, combined with our group, set up this particular way, we can ask people for their email addresses and build a list. So we're going to spend a very small amount of money to send somebody to join the group, who then is going to give us their email address, and then they're going to end up on our mailing list. All right. Now, we can send them free, cool stuff, right, as part of this. So we could tell them in that question, receive a free gift by putting in their email address. Or you could just make it mandatory for them to be able to get in. You put that on there. Or you can make it optional as well. It's really up to you. But the point is, you want to collect email addresses. So the question becomes, how do you take those email addresses and put them on your list? Well, that's where a really powerful tool comes in. And I'm going to put it, I'll put a link into the description down below, and we'll put it into the chat. And that is this is an affiliate link. So if you'd like to support the channel, we'll earn a small commission if you decide to join this product through there. But if you head on over to pushbutton.ai/FB groups, so that's pushbutton.ai/FB groups, head on over there, and that's going to get you access to this very important tool. So let's take a look at it. And that is GroupKit. Okay. So GroupKit is a powerful tool that will help you with this. And they have a 14-day free trial. So when you join, again, head to pushbutton.ai/FB groups. And from there, this is, again, that's an affiliate link. We will earn a small commission, although the commission is very small, and it does not influence my recommendation at all. I would recommend this either way. But with this, we can take our group questions and put them into a mailing list. So we actually have a customer relationship management system to manage your group with. There's a bunch of really powerful group tools that come with this as well, for moderating your group, managing your group, and a bunch of other things. You can read all about it. But it takes the email that we asked for in the, right here, where we're asking for the email, and it's going to take it and put it into our email autoresponder for us automatically. It's really, really powerful. So I highly recommend that if you're running a Facebook group, especially if you're using the strategies that we've been talking about on the channel to make money, you should use this tool. Now, there are others. I've actually done an evaluation of the different tools out there. I like this one personally. This is the one that I like and recommend. And so now when someone enters the group and they put in their email address, boom, it grabs it, puts it on into your email software, and you now have a mailing list. So now we can run really effective and inexpensive Facebook ads to get people to join our group. When they join our group, they end up on our mailing list. And then once they're in the group, one of the beautiful things about a Facebook group is that Facebook will tend to surface the content in groups better than any other thing I've seen. Okay. So when I say surface, that's Facebook's way of talking about what they show on the Facebook timeline. So when you're browsing through, and flipping through the Facebook feed, what shows up there, they call that surfacing. And business pages, unfortunately, have seen a drastic decline from the heyday. Like it used to be, you could have a Facebook page, you could make a post to it, and you would get tons of exposure. And it's still good. Don't get me wrong. Facebook pages are still viable. They're still good, but it's nothing like it used to be. Facebook groups, on the other hand, still get a pretty good amount of surfacing. They actually tend to show up in Facebook feeds better and more often than a Facebook page does. So now we can be posting useful and valuable content into our Facebook group, but we can also be posting promotions of our own products and services in that group as well. So it becomes a really powerful way. So let's say you have a high-ticket coaching program. You could offer lots of free advice and value in your Facebook group and then upsell people into your high-ticket coaching. Or let's say you have any product or service for sale. Could be an e-commerce business selling physical products, digital products, whatever it might be. You can promote your own stuff because it's your group. You own the group. You're the admin. And okay, something is going on with my camera. It's overheating. Okay. That's too bad. All right, let's do this. Hold on, everybody. I'm going to get out. I have a secondary webcam I can use.
Need me to help at all?
No, I'll take care of it. I got it. So stand by, everyone. I'm going to get my webcam going. Wow. Okay, it's really zoomed in and it's really bright. So let's do this. And there we go. So there we go. At least I'm on. At least I'm back. Okay. So apologies for that, but my expensive camera is overheating. So we'll go with the cheap webcam instead. All right. So where was I? Oh, okay. So yeah, since you're the admin and the group owner, you can promote anything you would like in that Facebook group. And when you share lots of content to the group, and we covered a strategy on this. Again, in the previous training, we did an in-depth training about how to get group members and then how to turn that into money. So check that other training on the YouTube channel. It goes step by step, how to get them and turn it into money, what kind of content to post, how to use AI to get content. That's a really powerful thing, which we can dive more into in a future video if you would like that. So let me know in the comments if you would like more training on monetizing and how to use AI to put content into your group. But this is a really, really valuable strategy. So it can be applied to any business model. If you're an affiliate marketer promoting affiliate products, you could use this. You got a digital product business, maybe you've built a course using push button AI, you can totally use Facebook groups to promote your digital course business. You got a local business, a bricks and mortar, like offline, real business out in the real world. You can use a Facebook group to promote it. The applications are endless and they're really, really effective, especially now that Facebook has given us access to that new advertisement type. So it's a brand new type of advertisement. It was not possible before to send a click from a Facebook ad straight into a Facebook group. And it now is with this special, you have to know how to get it, how to find it in your ads account. But that's where my video training comes in. So, so awesome. Well, there we go. That is the training. And of course, if you don't have anything yet to sell, then you need push button AI. So right now, we are doing a year-end special promotion. We have special discounts and deals. It's only available for the next 2 days. And you can get that by going to pushbutton.ai/year-end. Also, I've got a phone number. If you'd like that, let me get that phone number here. I'll pop that into the chat. You can call them right now. They're standing by. The whole team is in there waiting, and that is 702-707-6435. So that's 702 area code 707-6435. So once again, 702-707-6435. And I'll stop squinting at the screen over there. But that you can call them directly or head on over and book an appointment to talk to one of the experts over there. And it's a special year-end promotion for Push Button AI. Only available for 2 more days. So if you're watching this now, realize you can't sit around and wait. You got to do it now to get those year-end specials. And on that, we're going to go to Q&A. We'll go back to the live audience and to chat. And let's talk about Facebook groups. And producer Nick, are you out there?
Hello.
There you are.
All right.
So do we have any Facebook group questions? Let's knock those out and get those out of the way.
Yeah, so we had this is from Soledad Garcia, and he says, yes, cover monetizing a Facebook group. So I guess that's not necessarily a question, but more of a suggestion.
Okay. Yeah, we can come back. I think that would be another good topic. We'll come back. We can revisit using AI to do group content and then how to monetize a group. So we can hit that again, I think, and do that in a little more detail.
Yeah, and Daryl says he wants to know, using a group kit, he says, where do the email addresses go?
Into any email tool you're using. So let's say you're using Aweber for your email, they call it email autoresponder, right? Or GetResponse or MailChimp or whatever tool you're using, the email that they put into their group application gets automatically beamed right over into your email software.
All right. So Karawa says, how to build email list. Please show us.
Okay, well, so set up a Facebook group exactly like I showed you here. Step 1. Step 2, connect GroupKit that you saw. We gave you the link to that. Our affiliate link was pushbutton.ai/FB groups. You can get that there. It'll help support the channel through that affiliate link. So you set up GroupKit, you have your group set up, and then you run Facebook ads. So you can run inexpensive. You don't have to spend a ton of money. You can run very inexpensive Facebook ads. And for step-by-step training on how to do that, check out my channel. So it's on my YouTube channel. We have a video specifically about that. When this video is posted later, we'll put that in the description below. But yeah, there you go.
All right. Someone wanted to know, Christiane, she says, can we make 2 separate groups on the same account? Or should I get 2 accounts? I have 2 products and don't know which one to choose.
Yeah, you can make as many groups as you want. I'm not aware of a limit. I guess there probably is one, but I personally own several. I've made several different groups. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. Just, you can make as many as you want. So if you want to test 2 different groups, just make 2 groups.
Daryl wants to know, with GroupKit, he says, will it work with a profit platform email account?
Yes. I'm trying to think. You might need to get extra support from us to connect it to your profit platform account. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you can connect it to your profit platform. But by the way, for the rest of the audience who may not know, Profit Platform is my hosting and business tools business. So we sell unlimited web hosting and creation. So we have a whole automated system that builds and hosts websites for you. And one of the tools that we have built into that is an email platform. So it's an email system that will email all your leads and subscribers. And it comes with Profit Platform. It's one of the services we offer there. But yes, it should work. You might need help from our tech team to complete the setup, but we can help you with it.
All right. And then Sophia says, how do I attract members to my groups?
So that's where the ads come in, right? So there's this new kind of ad that you can run on Facebook to populate your Facebook groups. So you didn't used to be able to do this. So now you can run a click straight to a Facebook group and right into the application process. And that's my recommended way of doing it. And again, we have training on the channel that teaches you how to do that. So you can find that in the channel videos.
All right. Thomas says, I like to make Facebook group on digital product, ebook, course, Amazon product, and email solo ad selling. Not sure how to give name for this group.
Well, that sounds to me like a lot of different ways of being an entrepreneur, right? Or making money online. So I would make my group about that topic in general, right? So if you're going to cover a lot of different things, figure out what's the umbrella description that covers all of those things. And to me, that's like, make money online, internet marketing, digital entrepreneurship, depends on what you want to call it. But that could be like one umbrella to cover all of those topics. Cool. What other questions do we have?
We're all caught up.
Fantastic. Well, then here's what we're going to do. We're now opening up to wide open questions. So ask me anything. If you'd like me to take a look at your website and give you a sales letter critique, I'm an expert at persuasion and copywriting and getting people to give you money. So if you want my help reviewing a site, let me know. I'll pop it up on screen and give you a critique. Or you got a burning traffic question or a burning internet business or entrepreneur question. I've been doing this over 2 decades, and I've generated through my businesses over $100 million in revenue myself. I've got quite a lot of success and a pretty good track record. So I would love to help you with your business. That's what this show is all about. It's a chance for me to be able to sit with you and help you build your business. So we're going to open it up. You can ask me any questions you need my help with. Or maybe you're a push button AI customer and you want some advice about building a new course or how to get traffic to your new push button AI website. Whatever it might be, I am here to help you. That is the whole point. So ask those questions now. And by the way, we're running on Twitter right now. So our Twitter audience is continuing to grow. We're at 142 viewers over on Twitter. That's pretty cool. And we'll go back to the Twitter feed. There we are. There's our live show. And we're up to 142 viewers. Now, I don't know how effective Twitter is on how I saw some commentary that it's hard to write comments on the live while watching the live video, that you can't really chat. So I'd need to figure that out. And that's kind of cool. I just noticed something. So on my homepage, we'll go back over here. Look over here on the right. So it live on X, and it lists channels that are live. And we have, we've got my channel right here. So that's pretty cool. So that's helping attract the audience. That might be why it jumped up. So I noticed the audience jumped up suddenly. So that's pretty cool. So those of you on X or Twitter, whichever you'd like to call it, you can ask questions. I think you have to drop it in as a comment below the live feed in order to get it in, but you can ask questions over there as well. So hopefully, that user interface will be a little more friendly for chat, but yeah, someone commented that it was kind of difficult to chat over there. So either place, ask me your questions and we will answer them. So producer Nick, what questions do we have?
Yeah, Tim says, you used to market membership sites as a business. How is that different from GroupKit?
Well, membership sites, or when someone's going to pay you to have access to a members area on your website, right? And so you might have a members area that has ebooks or content or articles or things like that. Adding a private group is a great way to actually add value to a paid membership. So if you're charging money for, paid content on your website, you can supplement it, add additional value by inviting all your paid members into a private Facebook group. That's a great way to add extra value to that same business model. So that's kind of the difference. A membership site charges money for access to content locked in a members area. And a Facebook group is just a place to, have a community and be able to share content in there as well. So you can kind of merge the two models together. And what's interesting to me, in my paid memberships, I frequently get asked by people to have a private Facebook group. That happens a lot. In fact, amongst our Push Button AI community, all the buyers who have become a part of Push Button AI, which, by the way, Push Button AI is now, we did we had a meeting today, and I learned that Push Button AI is now my best-selling product of all time in the 20 plus years of that I've been doing this. So pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about that. But yeah, so Push Button AI has smashed all the records. It's our best-selling product of all time from any of the businesses. So in terms of any one single product, but I do find that in all of my paying customers, Facebook groups are very often requested. What's funny is they all want it, but few actually use it, which leads to a whole different problem, which is how do you keep a Facebook group active? When a Facebook group is new, especially, it's a little bit like a ghost town. You can kind of hear the music, the Clint Eastwood soundtrack and the tumbleweed, blowing by, a hawk sound in the distance. It's like a ghost town. And it's tough to get a Facebook group going. And that's part of, in our earlier training that we have on the channel, we talked about how to use AI and how to share content in the group to try to keep that momentum going. And it's sometimes tough to do. And so in the past, in our paid memberships, we used to do private paid Facebook groups. That's where I'm getting to the point here in a moment. But what was funny is very rarely did people actually use it. All right. Very, very few people actually used it. And those groups kind of turned into ghost towns very often. So I have shied away from using Facebook groups in a paid membership, and I've moved towards them being a free marketing tool. So a free marketing tool, drive lots of people in for free and use it as a place to do marketing, keeping activity high. And then I've tended to not make it part of my paid membership groups. That's how I'm using it. So there we go. Any other questions?
No questions, but Blake says a few people are saying congrats on the milestone.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Yeah. It's exciting. I didn't even know it. We were going through our financials this morning, and I was looking at the numbers and realized, wow, this is actually our fastest selling product of all time. So thank you for the congrats on that. That's I can't wait to. I just want to keep blowing that record out of the water. So 2024 is going to be a very big year for Push Button AI. So we're actually going to launch to the public. We're going to go from a private closed group to publicly launched, and some huge things are going to happen when that happens. So, all right. Any more questions?
Yeah, we had a few people. You spoke about the traffic pack, the 90-day AI blogging pack. And a few people were asking, where do you go again to get that?
Okay, so that is exclusively to Push Button AI members right now. So we're it's closed door, only to Push Button AI customers. And yeah, we have them. It's a 90-day traffic pack where we will do all of your keyword research. We will create your topic map to decide what keywords and topics we should post on your site. We'll then create 10, we call them pillar posts, which are going to be 3,000 word or more pieces of content filled with images and high value, high usefulness content. And then we will post a blog post, an article every day for 90 days to help drive more and more and more traffic to your website. And you get special training from me about how to get more and more and more traffic using this tool. And that's exclusively and only available to Push Button AI customers right now. Later down the road, we'll open it to the public. Yeah, we call those traffic packs. So those will be launched in the Push Button AI members area Unfortunately, that got pushed to next week. We were going to open it this week, but I think we're pushing that to next week. So we'll get through New Year's, and then next week it will be available in your Push Button AI members area. And by the way, you can buy those. There are additional costs to buy these traffic packs. We can run them to your Push Button AI business, but we can also run them to Shopify-based websites and any WordPress-based website. So any Shopify site, any WordPress-based site, we can run this same campaign for you. And at the end of the day, you will have, I think it's 100 blog posts done for you on your site, and it's very inexpensive. But right now, it's a Push Button AI members only offering. Okay. Yeah, it was. I see people were looking for it, but yeah, it was supposed to be launched this week, and we're not going to open it up till next. So we're tweaking a few things, making sure that it's perfectly ready for you all. All right, what else we got?
Looks like we're good. We're caught up.
Okay, cool. Well, then what we're going to do now, we'll do another ad break. So I'm going to do a quick ad break. And I would like you to tell me which kind of ad do you get when we push that out. I'm going to do a quick ad break right now. We're going to come right back. I've got some more great content for you in just a moment. But let me know, what kind of ad do you get during this ad break? Just drop it in the comments.
You can now launch your own online business with the click of a mouse. Sounds crazy, right? Guess what? It's now possible thanks to our game-changing AI software that's helping beginners build a successful online business. If you have tried and failed at building an online business, or you've got no idea where to start, there is good news for you. We are entering a new exciting era of AI, and I'm here to teach you how to use it to build and grow an online business. Because I'm handing you a blueprint, a business in a box powered by AI, and it's called Push Button AI. Imagine a tool so smart it does all the heavy lifting for you. Builds an info product business, sets up hosting, launches the website, and even crafts engaging email sequences. Here's the thing. This isn't like anything else out there, and this is based on what's working right now. Push Button AI is based on my experience of generating over $100 million over the last 20 years and helping over 81,942 customers build and grow their own online businesses. If you'd like to find out more about this, register now and dive into my free live demo to uncover strategies and traffic tricks that will pivot your business and skyrocket your online business from surviving to thriving. Imagine what your life would look like today if you bought Bitcoin when it was $1. You now have the same opportunity with Push Button AI since nobody else is doing this. Don't miss out this time.
All right. So let me know, what kind of ad did you get? Those of you on YouTube may have saw some YouTube ads for various products. Some of you might be on YouTube Premium. Most of you will probably have seen at least part of the Push Button AI commercial, but I saw somebody got face care, someone got fake spot, whatever. I'm not sure what that is. Some kind of AI app, a 5-day challenge. Okay, cool. Free masterclass ad. Oh, that's the Push Button AI ad. Okay, great. Thank you for giving me that feedback. And speaking of Push Button AI, I want to remind you that if you already know what Push Button AI is and you know all about how it works, but you've been thinking about jumping in, you haven't quite jumped in yet, but you're on the edge, I want to remind you that there's 2 days left in our end of year special. And here, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to create a little banner and we'll pop it on the screen and show. There we go. So if you'd like to talk to the team about our year-end special, because we're literally running out of time. So if you want to talk to them live, it's right there. You can call them on that number and they can get you in. It's special discounts, special bonuses, a lot of stuff that you just won't have if you wait till after the new year. So if you've been thinking about jumping in, now is the time. That's if you've been on one of our master classes, you know what Push Button AI is. Maybe you've had a demo with one of the members of our team and you're ready to go. Then jump in and it's, there we go. Right there. That's where you can do it. And then of course, we've also got a link for you, which is pushbutton.ai/year end. So that is also available. And I'll put that right there and turn that into a thing. There we go. Look like a news scroll there. All right. So now what I'm going to do, we're going to do final round of questions about what can I do to help you with your marketing. So you can ask those questions now. If it's a question about persuasion, sales copy, how to properly set up and organize your site for optimum sales. Maybe you want me to critique your website. Maybe you've got questions about traffic, whatever it might be. Ask them now. Of course, you can ask questions about push button AI, using AI tools to build a business. Anything at all, you can ask now. And then we're going to be wrapping up the show here in just a couple of minutes. But there we go. So producer Nick, did we have any other questions come in?
No.
No? Okay. Well, fantastic. So we're in the middle. It's like the gap between Christmas and New Year's, which is a very interesting time, depending on what market you're in, because ad dollars and advertising have been at an all-time high, right? So ads have been the most expensive that they'll be all year long. And then usually when Christmas hits, from now until the first of the year, ads start to get cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. And that's because all the big spenders start to pull out of the ad market. And what you're going to find if you're doing any advertising is that your ads will begin to get cheaper. Anybody here actively advertising a product or service? Let me know in the channel what your experience has been. But I can tell you for us, ever since Black Friday, so Thanksgiving here in the United States kicked in, Black Friday came around, and my ads the cost kept going up and up and up and up. So in fact, it doubled the cost to actually get someone to attend one of our master classes or to book a demo with our team. That cost actually doubled over the holiday period. And so what I expect is that now that Christmas has passed, from now through New Year's, we're going to see ad rates drop and probably go down about half and be half as expensive. So if you've been running ads during this holiday crunch, right, the fourth quarter crunch here at the end of the year, you've got a couple of phenomenons happening. You have people that are doing all their spending to promote their products so people buy Christmas gifts, right? You have the big brands who they have committed budgets that they have to spend, right? And maybe if they have a spend that they haven't spent, they have to get it spent before the end of the year. So you have all this massive pouring of spend going into advertising, and then it all hits reset. It's like hitting the massive reset button on January 1st, and ad rates all will plummet, and your traffic is going to get way cheaper come January 1st. So be prepared for that. So now is the time to be thinking about new campaigns to launch. Get them all set, get them designed, get them set up, and launch them right after the first of the year. So this is the perfect time to be planning paid marketing strategies. So, which by the way, I have spent millions upon millions of dollars in the paid ad platforms like Facebook ads, YouTube ads, Google ads, Twitter ads, and others. So if you have any questions about that, be sure you join me on one of my live shows and ask them. So I would love to help you get more traffic, get your ads dialed in, and make them more effective. So that's what these shows are all about. So with that, last call for questions, and then we're wrapping up today's show. Producer Nick, do you have any questions?
Oh, do I have any questions?
Yeah.
Well, are you, the AI project we were talking about last week, like Friday night?
Which one? The new way of having the lead magnets. That one?
Yeah. Do you want to talk about that affiliate program, or do you want to wait on it till we?
We'll wait. Let's wait on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's been on my mind. That's what's on my mind right now. So I guess maybe we can revisit that.
Yeah. And one thing too, in today's segment earlier, we talked a lot about the whole idea of persistence and being willing to test, being willing to fail and adapt and adjust and continue. And producer Nick has got an interesting behind the scenes point of view. He's been able to watch me over the years do a lot of businesses. And how often am I experimenting with new stuff, Nick? Yeah.
When are you not experimenting?
Yeah.
That's a better question.
Yeah. So I'm constantly testing and experimenting, like new traffic strategies or new ad strategies or new monetization strategies. And don't be afraid. Don't be worried that your answer is going to offend me. But how often do the tests work? Be honest.
Oh,
the
majority of the time, it's like a Pareto distribution. It's like probably maybe 8 out of 10 times it's does an ROI or the campaign doesn't work out.
Yeah, so 20% of the time it works, 80% of the time it does not. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah. But the 20% of the campaigns are so profitable, it makes up for the 80% spent on experimentation.
Yeah, I would probably be even less generous. I would say out of all the experiments we do, probably 1, and sometimes maybe 2 out of every 10 are a success, right? That's the thing I think not enough people realize is you might see somebody who's having success and you just don't realize all the things they're trying that they're failing at, right? So in order to get that one success that I can scale up and have, drive the revenue and drive the traffic, it might require me testing 10 different things, right? And again, 8 to 9 of the 10 are going to fail. They're just going to not be successful. But I do that in pursuit. It's like a chase, right? It's like the hunt, right? I'm hunting for that one strategy that I can find, because when I find it, I can scale it up and make it go big. And that's really the way everyone should be approaching especially if you're building a newer business and you're not, if you're making $10 million a year or more in a business, then you're well established. But if you're under that, then you should be really, on that hunt for what is that one strategy that you can scale, right? And that will help catapult you out of the band of effort and struggle and difficulty. You want to be able to shoot up out of that. And it's that hunt for that one tactic that you can scale up. And that, whether that's because you can do lots of content, whether it's because you can pour lots of money into an ad budget, but that is the hunt. And I fail 9 times to get that one success that I can then scale up and turn into profit. And be willing to take that journey, right? And the hunt, enjoy the hunt, right? And have fun while you're at it. Don't be stressed out and upset because you have a temporary minor setback. You adjust, adapt, continue. That's all. And all right. Well, I did last call, so unless any other questions came in, we're going to be wrapping things up.
Well, that just what you were talking about reminded me of when we were working in the shop a lot more, the Amazon shop, when we'd run PPC ads.
Mm-hmm.
We test 100 keywords. Probably only one of the keywords it's worth dumping a ton of money on. That's because out of 100 that we test, only one will like rapid hyperscale and be super profitable.
And what's weird too is it's not always a rational thing, right? So we like in those examples, right? You might throw 100 keywords into an Amazon pay-per-click campaign, and maybe 98 of them don't ROI. But then here are 2 keywords that do ROI, and sometimes they're weird and they don't make any sense, but you can't argue with the math.
Yeah, there's no way you would have found those keywords unless you spent the money on the keywords that failed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so in those examples, right? So we might burn $100 to hunt for those winning 2 keywords, but those winning 2 keywords over the next 6 months will make thousands of dollars.
Exactly. It's almost like if you feel bad about, an exploratory campaign not doing so well, think of it like a research and development expense. Like it wasn't a waste of money. You got intel out of it that will allow you to do something profitable.
Well, something that I hear something used by media buyers, people that do like large ad campaigns. They'll talk about buying data, right? So that's how they look at it. So when they launch a new campaign, they're not trying to run a profitable campaign when it starts. They're trying to buy data. So they're dumping money in so they can collect information and buy that information. Like, okay, what ads are people clicking on? What ads compel someone to actually buy versus maybe another ad, maybe they click a lot, but they don't buy. What ad copy is working? What targeting is working? What landing page? What picture? Like all these, they're looking at all these factors and just purely spending money to gather data to make decisions on. And sometimes those decisions are to kill the campaign. The stats might be so bad, you look at it and you go, oh, well, this ain't working. And it probably never will. And then you shut that campaign off. Other times you might gather info and you're like, well, look, if we use this landing page with this image and we use this targeting, look, we actually can make profit, right? And then you adjust and tweak and improve the campaign and then dial up the spending.
Exactly.
Cool. All right. Well, I think it was a good show. I fumbled around a little bit with the camera, and the camera decided to overheat, and we had some challenges today. But I had fun with our Twitter experiment. So it's still rocking over here. So over on Twitter, we're still at 102 live viewers over there. So I would say our Twitter ad experiment is a success. Let me refresh and see how much we spent. So the whole time we were live, we spent $31, and we managed to maintain most of the time over 100 simultaneous viewers. It ramped up at the beginning. It popped up over 100. I think we peaked at around, I don't know, did you notice, Nick? I saw 149 at one point. I don't know if it ever went higher, but
I think it hit 200 at some point.
Wow. So for a $31 ad spend, not too shabby. So that is pretty cool. So I would call that was an experiment that literally just happened while we were live. So you all, if you were here earlier, I just had this idea, like, I wonder if they'll let us put an ad, right? I wasn't planning that. It wasn't some like stroke of, genius. It's just a dumb idea of like, oh, I wonder if we can do this. And look, it resulted in a win. So we're going to do this again. So next week we will stream to Twitter again. So on next week's live show, we'll be back on Wednesday. We will stream both to YouTube and Twitter, and we'll do our Twitter ad experiment again. And who knows, maybe we'll have some training for you on best practices with Twitter ads. I'll show you how to set up and run your ads. I'll talk about the targeting, your various options, and that will be pretty darn cool. So awesome. Well, I hope you got value out of today's show, and let me know how we did. So producer Nick and I work very hard on trying to bring you value here on this show every single week, Wednesday, 2 o'clock Pacific, which is 5 p.m. Eastern, and we will be back with you next week. And I'll leave you with another little promo for Push Button AI. And I want to remind you to subscribe. Our quest for 5,000 subscribers. As soon as we hit it, I'm coming back on live, and I'm going to be doing a giveaway here on YouTube. And only subscribers are eligible, and we've got to hit 5,000 subscribers to do it. So you'll see down below, if you're on YouTube, you'll see the subscribe button. Make sure you click it. If you're over on Twitter, follow me on Twitter. We'll be doing more of these broadcasts over there. And we'll leave you with this little promotion for Push Button AI, and we'll see you next time. And by the way, I'll be hanging out in the chat. I'm going to be hanging out in the chat, and I'll be talking with you guys for a couple of minutes before we wrap up the live show. But I'll leave you with this promo, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.
You can now launch your own online business with the click of a mouse. Sounds crazy, right? Guess what? It's now possible thanks to our game-changing AI software that's helping beginners build a successful online business. If you have tried and failed at building an online business, or you've got no idea where to start, there is good news for you. We are entering a new exciting era of AI, and I'm here to teach you how to use it to build and grow an online business. Because I'm handing you a blueprint, a business in a box powered by AI, and it's called Push Button AI. Imagine a tool so smart it does all the heavy lifting for you. Builds an info product business, sets up hosting, launches the website, and even crafts engaging email sequences. Here's the thing. This isn't like anything else out there, and this is based on what's working right now. Push-button AI is based on my experience of generating over $100 million over the last 20 years and helping over 81,942 customers build and grow their own online businesses. If you'd like to find out more about this, register now and dive into my free live demo to uncover strategies and traffic tricks that will pivot your business and skyrocket your online business from surviving to thriving. Imagine what your life would look like today if you bought Bitcoin when it was $1. You now have the same opportunity with push-button AI since nobody else is doing this. Don't miss out this time.
A member of Push Button AI, then what are you doing? So I would like to invite you to a free masterclass. We're going to be covering in detail how to create an entire digital online course, an entire business, in fact, that can be set up 100% using AI. And if you'd like to attend that free masterclass, what you're going to want to do is head over right now to pushbutton.ai/free class. In that class, I'm going to show you how we can help two different kinds of people. Number one, if you've got a business and you want to add training, courses, or information to your existing business as a new profit center, or maybe a way to add value to your customers, then I'm going to show you how to do a detailed 10-module training course, including 50 to 60,000 words of content, have it set up and built for you by AI. Also, if you're trying to start your first business online and you're looking for a great business model to make some money online, then Push Button AI is the right solution. And I'll show you how you can use this amazing tool to build an entire business like that. In a snap, Push Button AI will build an entire course for you, create video training, audio training, write your sales page for you, write 30 days of emails for you, create your logo, build your website, set up your shopping cart, set the entire thing up, create a members area so that people can pay you to get access to the course, and you get to charge money and keep all the profits. It's quite easy. You answer 2 questions and you hit a button, and it literally does everything for you. A logo, a 30-day email sequence, your sales pages for selling your product. It creates the entire training course that you can charge money for. It installs your website, sets up your hosting, launches your site. It even helps you pick the perfect domain name, all powered by AI. You just literally log in and start up your brand new business. So attend the free masterclass. I'll show you a live demo of how it works. I'll explain the entire business model so you can see exactly how does it work and how do you profit. That's pushbutton.ai/free class. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button. You'll see it down below the video down there somewhere. Hit subscribe, hit the like button, and actually we'll make sure that you're notified next time that we go live. We release content all throughout the week, by the way, so we have videos on additional strategies and tactics we'll be dropping to you all week long. Check out all of our useful content. Head over to pushbutton.ai/free class if you're not yet a customer. Every paying customer, we're going to be taking today's training. We'll take all the prompts, all the resources, everything that you need to use it, and we're going to put it in your paid members area. So you'll see it in your AI profits course inside your members area. On that note, I'll see you there. Bye for now.
Bill McIntosh teaches AI non-stop. Success is his game. Marketing's his fame. McIntosh, the marketing ace. Follow his lead to the winning place. With AI become a spin. Join him now, learn to win. Learn his way, don't delay. If you do, you'll make your fortune today.
You can now launch your own online business with the click of a mouse. Sounds crazy, right? Guess what? It's now possible thanks to our game-changing AI software that's helping beginners build a successful online business. If you have tried and failed at building an online business or you've got no idea where to start, there is good news for you. We are entering a new exciting era of AI, and I'm here to teach you how to use it to build and grow an online business. Because I'm handing you a blueprint, a business in a box powered by AI, and it's called Push Button AI. Imagine a tool so smart it does all the heavy lifting for you. Builds an info product business, sets up hosting, launches the website, and even crafts engaging email sequences. Here's the thing. This isn't like anything else out there, and this is based on what's working right now. Push Button AI is based on my experience of generating over $100 million over the last 20 years and helping over 81,942 customers build and grow their own online businesses. If you'd like to find out more about this, register now and dive into my free live demo to uncover strategies and traffic tricks that will pivot your business and skyrocket your online business from surviving to thriving. Imagine what your life would look like today if you bought Bitcoin when it was $1. You now have the same opportunity with Push Button AI since nobody else is doing this. Don't miss out this time.
A member of Push Button AI, then what are you doing? So I would like to invite you to a free masterclass. We're going to be covering in detail how to create an entire digital online course, an entire business, in fact, that can be set up 100% using AI. And if you'd like to attend that free masterclass, what you're going to want to do is head over right now to pushbutton.ai/free class. In that class, I'm going to show you how we can help two different kinds of people. Number one, if you've got a business and you want to add training, courses, or information to your existing business as a new profit center, or maybe a way to add value to your customers, then I'm going to show you how to do a detailed 10-module training course, including 50 to 60,000 words of content. Have it set up and built for you by AI. Also, if you're trying to start your first business online and you're looking for a great business model to make some money online, then Push Button AI is the right solution. And I'll show you how you can use this amazing tool to build an entire business like that. In a snap, Push Button AI will build an entire course for you, create video training, audio training, write your sales page for you, write 30 days of emails for you, create your logo, build your website, set up your shopping cart, set the entire thing up, create a members area so that people can pay you to get access to the course, and you get to charge money and keep all the profits. It's quite easy. You answer 2 questions and you hit a button, and it literally does everything for you. A logo, a 30-day email sequence, your sales pages for selling your product. It creates the entire training course that you can charge money for. It installs your website, sets up your hosting, launches your site. It even helps you pick the perfect domain name, all powered by AI. You just literally log in and start up your brand new business. So attend the free masterclass. I'll show you a live demo of how it works. I'll explain the entire business model so you can see exactly how does it work and how do you profit. That's pushbutton.ai/free class. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button. You'll see it down below the video down there somewhere. Hit subscribe, hit the like button. It actually will make sure that you're notified next time that we go live. We release content all throughout the week, by the way. So we have videos on additional strategies and tactics we'll be dropping to you all week long. Check out all of our useful content. Head over to pushbutton.ai/free class if you're not yet a customer. Every paying customer, we're going to be taking today's training. We'll take all the prompts, all the resources, everything that you need to use it, and we're going to put it in your paid members area. So you'll see it in your AI profits course inside your members area. On that note, I'll see you there. Bye for now.
You can now launch your own online business with the click of a mouse. Sounds crazy, right? Guess what? It's now possible thanks to our game-changing AI software that's helping beginners build a successful online business. If you have tried and failed at building an online business or you've got no idea where to start, there is good news for you. We are entering a new exciting era of AI, and I'm here to teach you how to use it to build and grow an online business. Because I'm handing you a blueprint, a business in a box powered by AI, and it's called Push Button AI. Imagine a tool so smart it does all the heavy lifting for you. Builds an info product business, sets up hosting, launches the website, and even crafts engaging email sequences. Here's the thing. This isn't like anything else out there, and this is based on what's working right now. Push Button AI is based on my experience of generating over $100 million over the last 20 years and helping over 81,942 customers build and grow their own online businesses. If you'd like to find out more about this, register now and dive into my free live demo to uncover strategies and traffic tricks that will pivot your business and skyrocket your online business from surviving to thriving. Imagine what your life would look like today if you bought Bitcoin when it was $1. You now have the same opportunity with Push Button AI since nobody else is doing this. Don't miss out this time.